Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dana from the Prisma Lab. We wanted to create a new series that we thought could be helpful to some of you guys, and that's installing your new NRG/Prisma products. In this series, we're gonna be going over step by step, tool by tool, everything you're gonna need to take your interior from stock to not that. In this episode, we're gonna be going over one of our most requested installs. That's the Short Hub.
What's up guys, this is the 1995 SC400. I'm sick and tired of driving the stock steering wheel, so I'm gonna hand the keys to Dana. He can do some modification to it. There you go. By the way, make sure to stay and watch until the end of the video. We have a big announcement to make, so make sure you don't miss that.
So these are the tools you're gonna need to get this job done. Every car is different, but as you can see, it's not very much, but we're gonna need a pick or a small screwdriver to take off any covers on the steering wheel to access the back so we can take off the airbag. And then we're gonna need, obviously, a ratchet, maybe multiple sizes. Got a 10 mil to disconnect the battery, and Torx to take off the airbag as well, and 19 millimeter to take off the steering wheel, and just another bigger ratchet to get everything done. So we have all of our parts here that we're gonna need. First thing is our short hub. This is SRK124H. It's gonna be for our 95 Lexus SC400. They are vehicle specific, so you're gonna need to look up the number for your vehicle on the NRG website. Moving on to our quick releases, we're gonna go with our 20-year anniversary one. We figured it would pair well with the color of the car and our overall scheme of what we're going for. We're gonna use this to adapt our aftermarket steering wheel to, which you don't need to if you're going with one of our products. But this will allow you to use a wider variety of aftermarket steering wheels. And with those, we're gonna go with this 20-year anniversary wheel as well, with the green accents, just again to give it a little more of a touch and to go with the scheme of the car. So first things first, let's pop the hood, get this battery disconnected. So we're gonna disconnect the positive. I don't know why. I don't know why. I mean, some people like to take off the positive, some people like to take off the negative, but I feel as long as the battery's disconnected, it shouldn't be too big of an issue. Me, personally, I like to take off the positive because if anything through the system is grounded, obviously you still have power coming from your battery, so I just wouldn't like it to backfeed anywhere. So now that we're in the car, like I mentioned, we're gonna need either a pick or a small screwdriver to take off this cover right here. And there's one on both sides. So for these Torx, it's gonna be a T30, and there's two on either side. Once you have all four of those loosened, you should be able to pull off your airbag. You're gonna have to unplug this plug, the airbag plug. Well, that's not how it unplugs. This is crazy. It's got a hinge on it. As we say, every car is different. Now that we have the airbag taken out, we can go ahead and remove this 19 millimeter. Evidently wasn't very tight. So when removing the steering wheel, I always like to keep it a little bit, this nut a little bit on there, so that when you go pulling on it, it doesn't come flying off at your face. We have more plugs. You could either cut these wires or you can leave them. We're just gonna leave them because this car is very low mileage, it's very clean, so we don't want to damage anything. He's gonna have an airbag light. Yeah, unless this works. So with this short hub, we'll also include 2 resistors and a little wiring harness to connect your horn to the aftermarket horn. So first we need to figure out which one of these wires is going to be for the stock horn. So this plug, we're going to trace these wires back to here, which looks like that's where the contact for the horn is. And we have to connect one of these pins to the aftermarket harness. With the included resistor on your airbag plug, you're going to go ahead and put one end in on this side and one end on the other side, and that should rectify your airbag light. So we're just going to feed these wires through the hub, so that way when we mount it up, they work properly. So in order to get your wheel straight, you want to line up this center mark perfectly with 12 o'clock, which sometimes can be a little difficult. Well, once we get this mounted, we'll take the car for a test drive and make sure it's straight. And if it's not, we'll take it back off and readjust it. To hold everything in place, we want to install the 19mm in the center. Up next, we have our quick release. Just need to wire up the wires from the horn button, like so. I need the wheel. Thank you, sir. So once you have this adapter mounted onto your short hub, you can go ahead and mount your steering wheel to your quick release. Again, there is a dot here at the top, so you know what the top is, and it's going to be lined up with this dot and the corresponding one on your short hub. Now that we have our wheel and everything all mounted up, to install our horn, we're going to need to use this ring. Not all horn buttons are created equally. Ours, some you need this ring, some you don't. Some of them have a bezel that goes over the top here and holds it down that way. But this one just gives you a little cleaner finish. He didn't tell me which is which. Okay. Finito. So now that we have everything installed, we're gonna go and hook up our battery and verify that our horn works. Might need the key.
Locating key.
Locating. Beep, 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 beep. Where is key? It started raining. Oh, man. I've located it.
Get back to HQ before the timer runs out.
Let's see who wins. Lucas's pessimism or good old-fashioned know-how? Aw, you pessimist. I learned that the horn, only one of these was working, and the wire actually comes from the opposite side of this plug, not the side I originally thought it did. That means that this positive wire has to go onto this. See, that's interesting. So to verify that that works, I'm going to ground this wire to the steering column and see if the horn comes on. I hate doing this. Not this, but trying to get these things out.
Yeah.
Like they just don't ever cooperate. It's like, how? And you are depressing. Hey, when I was a kid, I had one bicycle, no wheels in the front, no wheels in the back. And you are depressing. I had to ride that. That's what he says. No wheels in the front, no wheels in the back. I had to ride that. So, to verify that it's gonna work, I put this wire on the connection for the last pin on the right, like I was saying before. And now if I ground this to the column, the horn should come on. I'd say that works. I And now that we have everything reinstalled, we got our battery hooked back up, we're just gonna verify that our horn works. Literally butter. So yep, our wheel is a little crooked. Yeah, a little to the left.
I see it.
But our horn works. Dang, this thing is so smooth. Wow.
47,000 miles.
Original miles.
Original.
Let's take it back to the shop and straighten this steering wheel out. Yeah, I've never driven a brand new 1995 car before. Numero dos. Our steering wheel straight. Such a nice car. So slow. He was right.
Yeah.
He was absolutely right. Wow. And I think that's what he means, you know? The way the power delivery is very slow. Once it's up top, it revs good, but down in the lower RPMs, it's very underwhelming. X's. Okay. So in conclusion, no, that was too formal. Righto. Tally-ho. No. In conclusion, we installed the steering wheel, installed the quick release and a hub. We took it for a test drive, noticed it was a little crooked, came back, straightened it out, got our horn working. Had our horn working. I know why it doesn't work though, but yeah.
Hey, this is Jason with NRG Prisma Lab. We are hosting our first driver's ed on March 22nd, and it's on the Friday, 8 a.m. So if you haven't signed up yet, please go onto the website and order tickets because they are selling fast. We only have about 15 driver spots left. And if you don't have a car, don't be sweating because Drift Zone will be coming out with their rental cars. It's gonna be $60 at the skid pad for 5 minutes and $25 for on the lab. And if you do sign up, you get one of these limited edition VMR sweaters. Also, on March 15th, we have our second drivers meeting, which is gonna be held at the Prisma Lab as well. You can also get down on the sim over here, get used to the track, ask any questions. We're also gonna be checking over your cars for all the tech and contingency, pretty much all the safety stuff. And don't be late, Friday, see you there, March 22nd, 8 a.m.
So that wraps up the install on our short hub, quick release setup on our SC400. Let us know if that was helpful for you guys or if you guys would like to see any other installs. It's a pretty basic installation, pretty entry level, not too difficult, so don't be afraid to do this yourself. And in the future, we're gonna be including instruction pamphlet to kind of give you a better idea of doing that yourself. Again, my name's Dana. Thanks for watching. And leave comments, like, subscribe, all that good stuff.